Hey guys, this is MonolithSoft guy. Now that all things Xenoblade 3 have settled down, it's time to look forward again. Where is the Xenoblade franchise headed? What do we wish for from MonolithSoft's next big game? That is what I want to talk about in this video. Anyway, there are three aspects I want to talk about, and I try to keep it brief as usual. Here we go. Number 1. More mature, more plausible writing. Let me get this out of the way. When I say more mature, I don't mean it in the edgy way. What I mean is, especially looking at Future Redeemed, that I hope for writing that doesn't make battles look like they're straight from Dragon Ball and situations that resolve themselves by unrealistic coincidence or naivety. Xenoblade has too many scenes where characters do something that's just dumb when you think about it. To give you a couple of examples. In Xenoblade 2, the countless cases of winning in gameplay, losing in a cutscene afterwards. In Xenoblade 3, introducing Ionios as a world where everyone is killing each other, only to instantly become friends with every colony you visit. In Future Redeemed, when Matthew throws Glimmer onto Nicole during their first encounter, Matthew got lucky that the two didn't kill each other when they were that close to each other. And in general, too much shouting, activating some flashy Monado effect, and then pushing against an enemy. I wish we could get a story that's serious, that doesn't shy away from tough topics. Xenoblade 2 Torna was great here, and that makes an effort to present battles in an understandable manner, like show us the fighting moves that make one character superior to another. Don't just make it a yelling competition and then one light effect overpowers another light effect. That's boring. More mature doesn't mean there cannot be light-hearted scenes or no pun doing silly things, but when it comes to the main story and the world building, I desire more plausibility, less focusing everything on emotions to resolve conflict. And if you really want to make me happy, MonolithSoft, please give us an older hero and party members of all ages. There's no law that dictates a JRPG hero cannot be 40 years old. Well, looking at the JRPG landscape, there actually might be. Number 2. Gameplay Overhaul. For me, the gameplay of Xenoblade 3 might as well have been non-existent. That's how irrelevant it felt. Combat gave you lots of options, yet none made me feel like it's more useful than another. Every battle in my 200 plus hours felt the same, only differing by duration due to enemy health points. Even the outside battle gameplay was kinda boring. Yet again running around a vast world, but no interactivity except for a few predefined interaction points. Whether it's for the long-rumored medieval fantasy IP that might not even exist anymore, or the next Xenoblade game, I really hope we get some really fresh gameplay. To be concrete, I hope combat changes to action combat, where every sword swing equals one button press, where you have to block and evade enemy attacks with your own skill, where you aim your long-range weapon manually, and so on. And outside of battle, I want to be able to not only jump, but also climb mountainsides and trees, cut grass, and more. Yes, a little bit of Zelda wouldn't be the worst for exploring MonolithSoft's beautiful worlds. As Takahashi Tetsuya once said in an interview, he makes games that the player never wants to leave again. For that goal, giving the player more direct control over their character would be a big improvement over past games. This goes doubly so should we get to control Mecha again. Instead of Xenoblade X passive controls, it should play more like the upcoming PlayStation 5 game Armored Core 6. Imagine being able to aim and pull the trigger on every single bullet and missile and laser you shoot as you boost through midair, trying to bring down some giant enemy. I feel like I need to play Xenoblade X again. Number 3. Significant graphics upgrade. We're talking about a game that's releasing on Nintendo's next-gen system, tentatively called Switch 2. For that reason, I really hope that the next MonolithSoft game gets a massive graphical upgrade. If you actually think about it, the Xenoblade franchise has stagnated on the same graphical level since Xenoblade 2, despite releasing 3 games plus 3 story DLCs. I could count Xenoblade X too, but I actually think that game looks more impressive than even Xenoblade 3, which is a discussion for another video. So anyway, we haven't seen a fundamental graphical upgrade for Xenoblade since at least 2017. I strongly hope that a game released in 2024 or 2025 will look significantly better. You can see some examples of graphics I'm thinking of, whether it's the gorgeous, detailed cities in Assassin's Creed or the modern, high-quality models from Honkai Impact. Personally, I'd hope that the character designs, especially their faces, become more detailed too, with more variation, especially in terms of age and body size. I know, anime designs tend to be biased towards all perfect, beautiful characters, so it'd be refreshing to have a plethora of less perfect, old, fat, skinny, and so on characters inhabiting the world. Conclusion. And that's it for the video. What do you think about my proposed wishes? I know it might sound overly critical, but in my opinion it's the biggest fan's job to demand better, and I'm definitely a big fan of MonolithSoft's games, so don't take it as hate or something. So, what is it that you're hoping for in a future Xenoblade game? Feel free to leave a comment below. Anyway, I wish you all a great, not too hot summer. Bye bye. Oh, and if there's one thing the next Monolith Soft game absolutely needs, it's some breathtaking songs by Hiroyuki Sabanagi.